Hello everyone and welcome. Good to have you all here. In this video we'll take a look at a grid city layout like the one shown in the picture with some modifications. I'll leave you a link in the description to the Anno 1800 wiki which shows you this layout and many more cities you can try. I'll give you an overview of the layout and my thoughts on it after using this layout for countless hours, and we'll finish the video by giving you a look at building the layout from scratch using blueprint mode. And during this process, I'll share with you some tips to make building the layout a little bit easier with less headache. So let's get started. To start things off, we have all the important buildings right in the center here of this square, followed by all the houses and the residents in the perimeter. This is a very modular kind of approach in that you can add more houses if you wanted to. So what's great about it is that if you have these little holes in between the houses, you can add ornaments, you can add trees to increase the attractiveness of your city. Now in regards to the buildings, you have your two fireplace right here, fire station right here. You have your police station here, takes care of all your rioting. You have your variety theater here. The hospital is really important because it takes care of illnesses that people get. Eventually, because you live in a kind of a heavy, densely populated area, you'll get more disease outbreaks. And the hospital is really important for that here. Marketplace sits right in the middle, giving people easy access to everyday needs. You have your church here, and here's our school. These next two buildings, what are they doing here? They gotta be deleted. We have to put a university there. There we go, and a university right here. And of course, every teacher and professor's worst nightmare, a pub right next to the university. And eventually, if you run out of space, you'll want to put more residences here in these areas. But if you do that, make sure you turn your dirt roads into using paved street. This way, your citizens have more access to the surrounding buildings that they need. Because these far reaches of the corners, sometimes they have problems accessing some of these places here, some of these buildings here. And eventually, as you progress up to engineers and investors, you're going to want to get rid of some of these buildings, such as, for example, this pub here, because these engineers and investors no longer have access, or no longer needs it anyway. So feel free to add in whatever you feel is needed for this area. I will probably add it back in because these guys eventually will need access to the pub, which is why this layout is really, really nice, because you can upgrade one section at a time and add or delete buildings as you need, depending on your citizen. Let's start by going into blueprint mode so we can build this whole layout from scratch. You'll notice here that I'm building all the residents in little chunks. It makes it a lot easier to start with the residents. When you build it this way, you have a better gauge of how much all the buildings take. Then after all the residents are built, I go ahead and delete all the middle houses. It's important to delete those middle houses because they do not have access to the road. Those little squares in between the residents, you can add in ornaments, you can add in trees and grass. When we start building all the important buildings right in the center, I start by doing the two fire stations first. They're the easiest to put down. You put one fire station on the left corner and another one on the right corner. Now go ahead and put in the police station, followed by the church, and then we'll put a school at the upper top left corner. Now for the university, and finally, and then a hospital to take care of all our illness. Put in a theater. And of course a marketplace right in the middle. And then we'll finish everything with the pub for the students. That's it for this layout video. I hope you found it helpful. So go ahead and try it out. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised, and I would love to hear your results and how you feel about it. And I will see you all next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.